Little rump of stinky corn. But what's the first thing about the bag? None of this shit hit back. So you can look really, really great at hitting this shit, but none of it hits back. Till you get out with somebody that's gonna sock your ass back. Or you need to put a mirror in front of yourself. If you really think you're great, put a mirror in front of yourself. I bet you it should take you a long time to actually come up with a combination for yourself. If a person shadow boxes in the mirror and tell himself he can hit the person in the mirror, he really lacks. He really lacks skill. So if you want to be a boxer, man, every night before you go to bed, you tell yourself, ain't nobody faster than me. Ain't nobody stronger than me. You know what I mean? When he here, I'm there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know, when you hear, I'm there. You know what I mean? And you go to bed every night, you tell yourself that. You tell yourself that every night. Every night before you go to bed. It's how you develop your subconscious. Your subconscious is what's going to play back to you. A lot of people call it their ego. My ego will kill somebody. You know what I mean? Am I ashamed of that? No. You know what I mean? You're not going to walk this planet Earth and not think about killing somebody at one time. But the difference between me is I never want to hurt an innocent person. That's the difference. I only want to hurt people that start shit or racist. You know what I'm saying? Those two people, they can get it from me anytime. You know, that's just where my mindset is at. You know what I mean? Do I advocate violence? No. Do I advocate defending yourself against punks and who punks? You know what a punk is, don't you? A man that is the feminine man. Hands. He's a bitch. You know what I mean? A person that wants to victimize you. You know what I mean? That's not a good person. Anybody that preys on people ain't cool. You know what I mean? Like, you're a handsome dude. This ugly chick likes you, she got a lot of money, she got a good job. You finna pretend to like her and use her up so you can drive her car and get money from her. That's a punk. You preyed on the bitch. You preyed on her. You know what I mean? That's not a good dude. You prey on people. You victimize people. That's my idea of a punk. You know, pansy. You don't prey on people. You know what I mean? And that'll help you and prevent you from being preyed on in the long run. From your father. From dad. Now, when a person's kicking, he's kicking. Look at him, he's kicking. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Or just right to somebody's face, right? A real boxer is not gonna stand around and kick. He's gonna be constantly moving. So how are you gonna catch up with him to give him a kick? Because a real boxer is gonna be moving constantly. If a boxer steps and plants, then there be some blows thrown. A boxer can move. He can fight on the go. He can fight on the go. So that means you're gonna be trying to kick. You know what I mean? Oh, you can kick? As a boxer, I was supposed to be moving. I was supposed to be moving. There. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Feint. Make him bite. Once he bite for the feint, you know what I mean? Spin that back heel. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Once he bite the dust, you know what I mean? Go to town. See you in the county jail. Hey, look. They paint the world as a real pretty place. I know certain colors are beautiful. I know the sky is blue. But you got some real evil, wicked, selfish, capitalists. Real disgusting characters. Right next to you, right now. Right now. So, when you with a dude, and you tell him he's no, and he get to popping it, you tell him no, like, no, I'm not in the mood. If he already got you, right? You told him no. Gotcha. Pushing your hand with one hand, you hold you down with the other hand. Don't panic. Don't panic. Relax. You wanna know why you relax? Because once you relax and find out, his hands are occupied. So he can't knock you out if both of his hands are pinning you down. How's he gonna knock you out? What, you gonna headbutt you? And why he's headbutting you, what are you gonna do? Be knocked out? Be knocked out? That's what you're gonna do? Before you wake up, before you go to bed, you tell yourself, before you take anything from me, before you victimize me, one of us is going to the boneyard. One of us is going to the boneyard. You're gonna lose an eye, you're gonna lose an eardrum. You see what I'm saying? Because this is not a friendly fade, and there's no rules involved. You're not gonna get me on the ground and I'm gonna tap out and we in the street. You only tap out on the mat. You only tap out when you're rolling. You don't tap out in the streets. You don't tap out there in the gutter. Nigga, ain't nobody, I'm not submitting to nobody in the streets. This nigga trying to kill me. He got me in a chokehold, an arm bar, and there ain't no ref. This is a fade. No, your life is on the line. You in a guillotine, you in a headlock. If you don't realize that your life is on the line and you don't have enough intelligence to know that's not where you want to be as a female, right? As a female, right? But guess what? You want to know the really bad part about being raped or being victimized? What if your attacker has AIDS or hepatitis? Your life will never be the same. He might as well have just killed you right then and there. Your attacker just gave you a disease that you can never get rid of, and you have to recover from the whole situation. So if you got to go out, what should you be doing? I got to go out. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. You know what I mean? You set it up. You set it up. You know what I mean? What? You know what I mean? Talk shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You set it up. You want to know why? Because if you get it in you, it's bye-bye. If you get that infection, it's done. You want to hear what they're going to tell you? You can live a good, healthy life with HIV, AIDS, with hepatitis C, and you want to hear that? I prefer you get out for your friends. I prefer for you to fight to the death and me come identify your body than let somebody victimize you. Because I'm not gonna be here all the time. You know, don't be one of them people where, I'm gonna call my brother. You think we gonna wait for your brother to get here? We some real niggas. We not gonna wait for whoever you just called to get here. We finna do dirt to you now and let them catch up with us later. And when we catch up with them, guess what we gonna do? Real niggas, what you want some too, nigga? Oh, they gonna run till they get it in their face. People will run for you till it's in their face. You know what I mean? Daddy here to help. Daddy, I'm 50 years old. Been shot at 16, got shot again at 21. You know what I mean? I got shot by niggas that was bigger than me. And then I got shot by your mama. Your mama shot me. You know what I mean? But the other niggas was bigger than me. You know what I mean? You ever seen a big nigga shoot some little niggas? That's because that big nigga a whole couch. Either it was meant for them dudes to get shot, it was like a higher calling, like these dudes gotta go, or he just didn't have, he can't fight, he a punk. A big muscular dude shooting some little people, that look crazy as hell. Like, why you just didn't go over there and kick their ass? No, I had to do it because there was something else involved, you know what I mean? Always use your brain. Always be using your brain because that's what's gonna help you defeat your opponent, your brain. Now, let's go back to kids. So you know, looking good with the kids. There's no boxer that's gonna stand there. So say you get ready to kick. Either I'm gonna shoot in, step out. You know what I mean? That's why I'm moving around the bag. There's not much space for it. You know what I mean? There's not much space right in between there. You know what I mean? Get at it. You know what I mean? Nothing. You don't stand there for nobody to kick you. You know what I mean? Y'all just we gonna be here all day. That's what you tell us that. We'll be here all day. You know what I mean? We're gonna be here all day. We're gonna be here all day. All day. All day. Now, that's just a fade. In a real fight, we're not doing none of that. We're not doing none of that. So get a lot of social media shit out your head. Get it out. Because it's not gonna prepare you for when you tell your baby, I said no. And he's gonna push your hand with one hand. He's gonna try to get your hands down with one hand. Right? So when I was little, I used to panic. And the big dude grabbed me. I'm like, oh shit, he's gonna slam me. Oh, he's gonna do this and this and that. I'm okay with that. But guess what? I don't panic because I know where his hands are. You see what I'm saying? I know exactly where his hands are. And the only way to hit me is to do what? Let one of these hands go. He's gotta let one of these hands go. And he's gonna do what? Give you opportunity to be free. So he's grabbing. You say, let me go, let me go. You know what I mean? You headbutting, you biting. You serious. You losing teeth, whatever you need to do, right? But when he let one hand go and he stay trying to push your hands down, thumb to the eyes. When you thumb to the eyes, you mean it. Like when I be jabbing, I don't just jab. I throw a thumb. I don't just throw a jab, I throw a thumb. You know what I mean? And then when you go to wipe that, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? To the rib. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Right in it. That closed rib. You want to push that closed rib right into the door. You know what I mean? Now, fighting somebody smarter than you, I hope they start. I really do. I hope they start. Because I swear, if you use your power for evil, I won't fuck you. You know, a weaker, obviously weaker person. And when I say weaker, this person is weak in character. They don't even talk and speak as if they have enough power to beat you. That's the opponent that you will underestimate. The opponent that his character is weak. He appeared to be, not as strong as you. You just a dominant. You see what I'm saying? And even to the crowd, they think that you got to fight. Oh, he's gonna beat his ass. Watch that motherfucker, because that's the person I pretend to be. I pretend to be weak. Like, hey man, what are you tripping on? Well, let me just get my backside and go. And he's just steady popping it off. Well, what's up? Well, Shane, shut up. What do you want to be up? No, but you box. No. You know what I mean? It's just for show. Women like it. You know what I mean? Women don't like to be in the company of a dude who's a punk. That don't mean I can whoop your ass. Can I go there? You go when I say you can go. I'm baiting him in, and then I'm gonna unleash on his ass. I'm gonna unleash one of us going to the bone yard, nigga. What? I give no fucks. And that's where my mindset is at. But he don't know it. He don't know it. And I'm not gonna reveal that person. I'm not gonna reveal that demon to you. That person is in lure. In total lure, like it's cool. Nah, for real? Nah, no problem. And that's how you got it. I don't know what you're talking about, and she push. But when she put her hands on you, you know what I mean? If you can get the jab on, and you got one hand on the foot of your face, shoot. And when you shoot from the side. You don't shoot directly forward, because you're going to catch me. When you got to rush through, catch me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Or, I see you stay out of the way. Because at the end of the day, it's not going to be kicked. See, when you kick, look what you do when you kick. You got to be really jet. You know what I mean? And even then, you take him out of the way. He gonna shoot your kick, you gonna shoot your kick, come on. I'm gonna shoot straight in. As soon as you get set, I'm gonna shoot straight in. All right, get to him. Get to him. gotta do. Just gotta do. So, when you grab, because one of my babies is real, she's a premium. When you grab, oh God, oh you got me. Oh, I'm tripping. Oh, you, like, nigga, what's up? Nigga, what's up? Oh, he got me. You know what I mean? Oh, he got me. You know what I mean? Boom. Go ahead, hook. Go ahead, hook. I can frame, or I can just totally shoot in, wrap up. You know what I mean? Adjust. You know what I mean? Shoot back out. Nigga. And just mix it. You know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. And then get up. You know what I mean? Let's rock. Come on, set up again. Even in bad condition. Let's go. Get up. In bad condition. Let's go. Get up, nigga. You know what I mean? We either going to West Valley and we going to ICU. That's what we is going to do. That's the mentality you have to have and be able to turn it on at the right time. Then go back to being a regular, a decent human being in society. A lot of people can't flip that switch on. That's why I tattooed my face. I'm exactly what you're looking at. I'm exactly what you're looking at. You know, you a gangbanger? Something like that. You know what I mean? I'm a little too old for that. You know what I mean? I'm exactly what you see. Only thing I ain't never ran, I ain't never told, and I ain't never PC'd up. Them the only 3 things I ain't done yet. I said yeah. Because sometimes people do shit they have no choice doing. But I've never done it, you know what I mean? And I try not to put myself in those positions. You see what I'm saying? I try hard. Like when you wake up and brush your teeth, I wake up and make sure that I don't put myself in those positions. I do. You got you, baby? What's up? We don't panic. You wanna know why you don't panic? You got all your tools. You got all your tools. What's around you? Look at this bar around me. Look what I just picked up. Woo-wee. Yeah, before he gets some nookie today, you know what I'm saying? He gonna lose an eye. And you gotta ask yourself, is it worth it? Is it really worth it? Trying to get some booty? Is it really worth it? Is it? You know what I mean? Yes. You know it. You know the oil on the ground? Get out with it, because I usually get out with people bigger than me. I don't get out with people smaller than me. You know the oil that be on the ground? I done grabbed that shit up with my nails and then rubbed it all in the nigga eyes. You know what I mean? Just rubbed it back and forth. And he got me, he fighting me like this, he like this. I'm gonna let you go. And I'm looking at him like, nigga, you better let me go. But I humble myself. Let me go, nigga. Let me go, nigga. He can't see, his eyes is burning from the oil I just rubbed in his eyes. That shit I grabbed up and I rubbed it in his eyes, I let him up. I said, you good? He was like, nigga, what were you fighting for anyway? Nigga, you started it. You remember? I'm cool, my nigga. It was just I'm cool. I'm like, nigga, you know, you banged on me. I didn't bang on you. You know what I mean? Yeah, but he was what? But what did I do? Let me up, nigga. Let me up. He couldn't see. He got the oil in his eyes. The shit from the ground. Motherfucker get you on the ground, you better look at what's around you. I got grass and dirt over here. I got broken glass over here. I got muddy, that slimy shit from the gutter. You know what I'm saying? All that to get in his eyes. Get all in his eyes. And he's gonna be pissed off. Now he's gonna try to strangle me. Now, I've been choked. I've been choked until a blood vessel busted in my eye before. I've been choked. I've been choked hard as shit. But it wasn't by no little bit. A little bitty motherfucker shouldn't be choking. If you get choked out by a little bitty ass person, you know what I'm saying? He choked me. But guess how long this hand was wedged right here? This hand had to be there like 10 minutes. I couldn't know he was that strong. He choked me with this hand wedged here. So, I'm trying to do MMA in the streets. I wanted to, when I chose that time I had that fight with that dude, I chose that time to see where my skill sets that I've been training. You know what I mean? So I didn't use street science, survival tactics. I tried to match every move. And I ended up in a chokehold. And I still got choked, right? you know what I mean? I had to grab his testicles. And he finally let me go. But guess how long we sat there trying to roll around and use mechanics. My stupid ass was trying to match mechanics with him. See what I'm saying? Grappling and certain bars and I got choked. I was getting choked. So I grabbed his testicles. Now in a real match, you can't grab balls and stuff like that and bite. You can't. And that's why I got choked. I wasn't using survival tactics and street knowledge. That's what I wasn't using. You see what I'm saying? And that's how that happened to me. I should have never been using on the mat tactics and octagon tactics. This is the streets. I wouldn't have lost had I felt I lost. Other people told me I didn't lose, I felt I lost. Because I got choked. As you can see, it's a traumatizing experience that I can't forget. I got fucking choked. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you being a female, I'm gonna say this, if it was you, he would have snapped your neck real fast. You know what I mean? You would have panicked, he would have snapped your neck. You know what I mean? Now, what I should have did is I should have went for his groin, cupped the leg, come from up under. You know what I mean? I should have found something with an edge, like a brick wall with an edge, or a door jamb, and rammed him into a door jamb. Something with a sharp edge across his spine, or along his spine. You know what I mean? I should have put my thumbs in his eye sockets. I didn't do any of that. I was just trying to match him, move for move, and counter for counter on the streets. You know what I mean? On the streets, and that's not how you survive. That's not how you. That's. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Black people have a culture. Sometimes you gotta stay within your culture. My culture is, you know what I mean? I wasn't supposed to be doing that. You know what I mean? Now, once I grabbed his testicles, he's like, all right. Then he let me go, right? Okay, at the end of the day, you're a female. This person is trying to take advantage of you. You know what I mean? Now, fear is never allow anybody to use fear to control you. Because he'll make a hoe out of you. No, you won't be a hoe, you'll be a prostitute. He'll make a prostitute out of you, he'll rape you, he'll do whatever he wants to you because you're so scared, you won't defend yourself, you won't do anything but what that person tells you to do. And I'm here to tell you, stop being attached to this world and this life. Stop being attached to the pleasures of this life because somebody's going to victimize you because you're attached to these things. Now, when a person comes for you, you tell yourself right then and there, today's the last day, but one of us is going to the boneyard, nigga, and that's that. So let's get it on. You know what I mean? One of us going to the boneyard, not me. You know what I mean? And mean that shit. I mean that shit from the core of my soul. From my ancestors from the core, it's just molten lava, granite. There's several layers to the core of this earth. I mean that from way back down there. You come for me and we gotta go. You better hope the police get here so we might can survive. But you not getting nothing inside of me and I ain't sucking on nothing. Let's get it on. You know what I mean? Let's get it on, let's move something. You know what I mean? And you should be putting your keys in your hand. Whatever you should do, you should play victim a little bit too. Let them think you real weak. You know what I mean? Suckering, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just go, you know, yeah. And then you explode with strength, explode with power, you know what I mean? In the eyes, to the groin, you know what I mean? Stab his nuts, you know what I mean? Eyes, throat, groin, you know what I mean? Take, you know what I mean? If you can cut a person's air off, the fight's over. If you can put your hands over his nose and his mouth, and he's just holding his breath, you know what I mean? You can start calculating what you want to do to a person. But you're not going to rape me. You're not going to assault me. You know what I mean? So I love a person to grab me. Nigga, grab me, that means he only got this arm over here free. So that arm is going to be striking on. Now, if somebody's so fast, like damn, like Jackie Chan. You know what I'm saying? You know, this is a skilled person. And this is where you coming in here to practice is the best advice I could give you. If you're dealing with somebody that he grabbed me, but he's that fast, like, oh shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? cool, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let's get in. You know, a frame is gonna keep this, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? A good frame is gonna stop a hook. Like, man, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And when you throw that right hand, me, you know what I mean? I can throw either hand, you know what I mean? Spin on that back heel, you know what I mean? Bam! Never, ever allow somebody to control you with fear. Never. You're a female. And they will use fear to control you. Never be scared to die. I don't know what's on the other side, but I tell you what you're not gonna do. I'm not sucking nothing, and I ain't hoeing for nobody. So let's get it on. Right now. Right now. I wake up in the hospital, and I don't know where he gonna be at, but he ain't gonna have his eye. He ain't gonna have no eye. And I'm gonna bust your eardrum. And I'm gonna let you get up so I can show you I'm gonna do it a different way. I did it this way this time, I'm gonna do it different this time. Because I lay down and I tell myself every day, if you don't believe it, nobody else will. And then you gotta give people a demonstration. That's called a demo. People need a demo. Because he don't believe it till he see it. All these people need a demonstration. I told you I could fly, and you see me go from here to there. So you know not to fuck with it. You see what I'm saying? Excuse my language, but there should be no kids in here. You know what I mean? This is where you train to survive. Or you train to be the next heavyweight champion and the next welterweight champion. You think that's a joke? To be the champion, you gotta kick ass to be a champion. You don't play, you kick ass. That means fucking people up. You know what I mean? That's what he does. That's how you be the champion of the world. Not some lightweight sucker. You can come in here and try to look good for a chick. You can do that. You know what I mean? Because women like a man that's sexy to a woman. Hey, he's handsome and he can do MMA and he's strong. He get into it with a real somebody and he's gonna get his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna happen to your dude. You know what I mean? He's gonna get jumpy. A lot of times women don't realize you the reason he got beat up. Them dudes attacked him because you was with him. They wanted to play a game of let me show this chick how much of a punk he really is. And have you ever seen that happen? I've seen it happen a lot to males and females, but mostly Latinos. My Latino friends, they be with their girls and dudes be wanting to test them just because their girl is actually a beautiful girl. I don't know why that culture is like that, but it is. But my Mexican friends and my Latino friends, they always go through that. Dudes want to get on him like, you know, what's up? He just walk with his girl. And their goal is to prove to the girl that he's a punk. So it's either you do or you don't. You see what I'm saying? Now, with that being in mind, you being my child, you're not going to win all the time, but it sure will feel better knowing that you didn't get victimized by this dude. He didn't get it in. You didn't have to suck nothing. He don't got you on somebody's track on Figueroa, so scared that he got you in Vegas in a hotel, so scared to where you don't want to contact nobody. You don't even want to get help for yourself because this dude scares you. There shouldn't be a man walking this planet you so scared to where he got you home and you don't even get the money. You should be that mad right then and there. I'm not finna do that and I'm not getting no money. No, you gonna have to kill me. That's what your grandmama would have said. My mama, no, I'm not finna, you kidnap me if you want to, I'ma die when we get where we going. Because I'm not finna sell myself for nobody and you get all the money. And then you gonna kill me when you done using me. He gonna kill you anyway. After he done using you, he's gonna cut you up. So let's just get down right here, right now. Let's matter of fact, there ain't nothing on this planet I'm attached to. There ain't nothing here that I love so much. The only thing I would die for right then and there, they say, it's your daughter or you. It's your babies or you. Well, what are you waiting for? You know what I mean? And I hope they use a shotgun. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's it. Your daughter or you. Well, shit, you know what I mean? What are we waiting for? But you gotta step it up. Cause you know what I mean? You gotta step it. Your mom, her dad didn't teach her nothing. I can't even tell you this stuff. Everything I'm teaching you is because of your mom. You know what I mean? The thought of you being picked on and bullied bothers me. The thought of you being bullied to the point to where you want to kill yourself bothers me. You know what I mean? You being picked on, oh, you so ugly to where you want to kill yourself. You know what I mean? You don't get bullied. You don't want to ask me how I deal with situations. I don't get bullied. I know how to go get a gun real quick. You know what I mean? I don't get bullied. I'll go get a gun quick. You know what I mean? What it is, you ain't gonna bully me. Oh, you so ugly, I'm a kid. People are so cruel and they're entertained by such bull crap. They will bully you because it's entertaining until you kill yourself. And I used to think about that about my baby. Like, I hope nobody's picking on my baby like that. I hope nobody's bullying my baby to that extent. And then you kill yourself? I sure be mad at your mom. You know what I mean? I sure be mad at your mom because I didn't get a chance to instill these values into you. These are survival tactics. You know what I mean? You have to overcome and adapt. You know what I mean? Now that was a knee jam. A knee jam should be placed just properly above the knee or below the knee with enough pressure for them to fall back or have severe knee injury. You know what I mean? Like, my job is to tear your meniscus apart. You know what I mean? Or just blow your knee out of socket, period. But at that point, I got to shoot inside, you know what I mean? So this is called step in, step out, step drag. You know what I mean? I'm dragging the second foot, you know what I mean? But look, when he shoots, I can go under. And this is how I drag. You know what I mean? Now bear in mind, I love you something. I love both of you niggas. I love both of you YNs. Y'all girls. And one of y'all, I'm quite sure if somebody tried something with you, you just ain't said shit. And you better not ever do that again. You grown now. And I know you probably hate my guts. But check this out. The reason a lot of stuff, because I talked to your mama. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But guess what though? A lot of cowards and weirdos, they're gonna shun you once they know you had this information. They're gonna make you feel like you wrong for having that information. They're gonna make you feel like, oh, that's not really gonna work. You know what I mean? Because people need victims. How you gonna be, what's slavery? Slavery is when people are so scared that they rather slave than die. The fear of death is what keeps people being enslaved. The best way to trap a person is with fear. I'll kill your whole family if you don't do this. Well, start killing, because you start with my grandmother too. Matter of fact, my uncles ain't shit. They never get me nothing for Christmas. That's how my mind is. So if a person came to me right now, I'm like, we're gonna kill your whole family, or you do this. Shit. Start with my grandma and my stepmother and my dad. Get them first. And you know what? My auntie never got me nothing for Christmas. And I ain't lying. Kill all they ass. But I tell you what, I'm not gonna live how you want me to live. I'm not gonna live like that. So if a nigga like try to rape and kidnap you, then try to make you hoe for him or make you be a prostitute for him, no. The day he approached you is the day you said to yourself, you know what? You take a good look at this sky, because that might be the last sky I see. That's the last sun I saw. My body looked up at the sun till I couldn't see no more. And I've been laying on the ground. This is the last moon I'ma see. This is the last clouds I'ma see. I've been on the ground like that. It's the last sun I'm ever gonna see. And I'm still here. I'm still here. And that's the mentality as my child that you need to have. You don't let nobody control you with fear. You don't. That's lesson 1 for the day. You know what I mean? Well, that was, you got 2 lessons, but don't let no man control you with no fear. You know what I mean? You look that nigga in that face, you know what I mean? It's not really usual for a woman to man up like that. It's not called manning up, it's just called survive. A lot of men don't expect a woman to stand up to him like that. You know, like, oh, you a nigga now? Because if you was like that, he would have never approached you in the first place. It's not easy to victimize somebody that's gonna do you in. It's not. You know what I'm saying? It's not. So you gotta be a lady and you gotta be in character. Being a woman and being a lady is a character. So you gotta perfect that character. But that person inside that I'm showing you, oh nigga, today's the last day I'm alive today. Let's rock, let's roll. What you got for me? Come on, please. You know what I mean? Don't you taking too long. You know what I mean? Do I gotta do I show you first? You know what I mean? Pepper gas him and get him on the ground and bust him all up. You know what I mean? Cut him every which way but loose. And if you in a domestic situation with your boyfriend and who you live with, he gotta fall asleep sometime. It might take 72 hours for his ass to fall asleep. But after he whooped your ass and you that scared of him, I'm gonna tell you just like this, he gotta go to sleep. And the minute he starts snoring, you go to town on his ass. You take a skillet and you take a bat or a stick and you wear his ass out. I better hear boom, 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 bam, and he gonna wake up to it. Or you can throw some hot grease on him, but he gotta go to sleep at some time. I fear no man but God, and as my child, you should fear no man but he too. You know what I mean? I fear no man but God. No man but God. And nigga, today we leave. And I ain't gonna let you lighten up. Oh no, man, I ain't letting you out the box now. You know what I mean? I ain't letting you out now. You came and you gotta stay now. You know what I mean? You came, you stay. You know what I mean? You gotta use all, and you know what? What if he on steroids? How the hell am I gonna know? I don't know this idiot. So he could be on steroids. He gonna get his ass whooped on them steroids, and that's what kind of mentality you better develop it and develop it today. You know what I mean? Oh man, this dude's on steroids. I don't know, I didn't ask him. But I know I'm finna sock his ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm for damn sure gonna sock him. And you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You can develop it like I told you. Okay? There's not really much room. I'm not gonna really stand there for that. I'm not gonna really stand there. I'm gonna shoot in, you know what I mean? I gotta use my tool. 5'11" foot dude, 5'11", 263 pounds. I gotta use the tools that I have. I don't have tall man tools. I love you, Punky. Both of you little characters. Because I really want to apologize. My genetics are so strong that you got my big nose. You got my lips. I wanted y'all to kind of look like your mamas. You know what I mean? I kind of wanted y'all to look like your mamas. But y'all came out looking kind of like your dad. And I didn't mean for that to happen. Yeah, I didn't mean for that to happen. You got my big nose, you got my lips. I did not mean for that to happen. You know what I mean? So I always feel bad, like, damn, my babies look like they daddy. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't no real pretty dude. So I'll be like, you know what I mean? I don't want nobody fucking with y'all. You know what I mean? So, yeah. We'll come back and we'll figure it out tomorrow. I need a bag. I never can hit the bag. The lady that comes in, she showed me how to hit the bag. It's a lady that showed me how to hit the bag. I cannot hit the bag. Can you get the bag? You can get the bag. Scientific. That's a bag. Yeah, mama. What we eating today? You don't mess with no suckers. Eyes, throat, nose, grown. Eyes, throat, nose, grown. Eyes, throat, nose, grown. Say it. So I said, let's get it on, Shaq. I said, let's get it on. Well, is that all you got? Tell him, is that all you got? And he got to go to sleep. He got to fall asleep. Ooh, and when he fall asleep, Boy, because if he know any better, he ain't gonna fall asleep around. Man, know when he's wrong. Eyes, nose, throat, wrong. Eyes, nose, throat, wrong. You know what I mean? Eyes, nose, throat, wrong. Eyes, nose, and throat, wrong. Ain't nothing like getting your Johnson pulled off with your balls. Oh my goodness. Damn, man, that'll make a man stiffen up. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and fly right. Like, oh, I'll rip them off. Well, you got to. Shit, how about them Lakers? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you can't be joking at that point. See it fitting. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Develop your subconscious. Work on your subconscious. Tell yourself you're going to be great, but also tell yourself if you get put in that situation, I will not be controlled by fear. I've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. I've got nothing to lose. Yeah, I will not be human trafficked and I will not be assaulted. I've got nothing to lose. What you do, though. Look at this rock. Look at that shake it. Tell him. But no friendlies. We don't catch friendlies and we don't catch fades at school.